Alrighty guys, round 5 here in the Vintage Challenge with Paradox Outcome Mentor. We won the die roll again. Our luck is turning around a little bit towards the end of this tournament. We have turn 1 nothing, or sorry, turn 1 Preordain, turn 2 Thoughtcast, Preordain. It's a little bit slow, but it's going to beat a lot of blue decks. His hand is, like, pretty insane against most blue decks here. Alright, our opponent has mulligan down to 5. So that could also help us a little bit here, too. Let's see what Preordain finds. A Monastery Mentor for our troubles. Let's put Seat on the bottom and Mentor on top. We really only get punished if we're up against shops, but now we get to play a turn 2 Mentor. They are planning on playing a library after mulliganing down to 5. Well, hopefully that is too slow. We've got the misstep for the swords. We could just gain card advantage here, but if they just don't have a force of will, we just win the game. They don't have a force of will, so we probably just win the game. We're going to misstep absolutely anything. We're going to Thoughtcast right here. Alright, start making monkeys. Turn 2 Monastery Mentor. Turn 3 Thoughtcast into top Opal. That seems good. Top might also give my opponent a mental misstep target. Now they get to activate library next turn, so they're pretty pressured into not misstepping here. Alright, and I'm going to play another Mox Opal, get another Monk token, and keep open mana to spin our top here. Sounds good. Oh, I even get to attack for 5? That seems broken. And now every turn, assuming I can afford the 1-mana attacks, I will be flipping my top here. Alright, my opponent is going to draw a card with library and then concede. I wish I was able to talk fast enough. I knew that was the play that they were going to make. I've done that play. I can't tell you how many times in Vintage I've done that, where I'm just like, alright, I'm going to keep this hand with a library in it. I'm gonna wait till I can draw a card, and then I'm just gonna concede. I have actually made that exact play so many times. So I'm gonna assume that we are playing against another blue-white Mentor deck. I do this a lot where I don't board in a single Fragmentize, and then just am able to win the counter war over all the Stony Silences. It's super risky, though. It really is. We don't want Hercules. And then from there, we can board out a Preordain. So I think I might want access to just, like, 1 Fragmentize. Problem is, what am I going to put in over that? I don't want to cut any of my divinations. Don't want to cut Gitaxian Probe. I mean, it's really just Brainstorm. Is that going to be better than Frag? Yeah, I should just keep in 1 Fragmentize here, just in case. We don't really know what my opponent's playing, so we can afford to lose a game for having a Fragmentize in our deck. But I'd rather not lose a game for not having anything. Our opponent kept 7. His hand seems pretty terrible. We have 1 Force of Will. I'm going to mulligan. This is kind of a legacy hand. Let's find a vintage hand. And this looks like a vintage hand to me, so I'm going to keep this one. We will keep a top on top. I think might actually just want to ship this top. I mean, this hand at the same time only really needs a Monastery Mentor to really get going. So I'll keep this on top. We got turn 1 Mana Crypt into Monastery Mentor here. Oops. I have to play the Mana Crypt first. So I'm going to play this and give it a little spin. Looks like they're going to Brainstorm and try to hit a, what do you call it? Oh, they're going to Ancestral into it. Alright, well, I don't have it. They're going to try to hit a mental misstep here. They miss. They probably have a Force of Will or something like that going on. Now I have a mental misstep. Thing is, if I Time Walk, I can't actually cast this Ponder at the same time. So we might be waiting till turn 2 to crack Black Lotus here. At which point we just want Mental Misstep right now. Sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah, this can work. I mean, it's not like I get to shuffle these cards anyways. Just debating if I want to crack this Black Lotus right here or not. But I'm just going to go ahead and play all these. My opponent's probably not playing discard spells. I'm going to hang on to Black Lotus. Gives us a little bit more of a surprise factor here. And we're just going to try to Thought Cast into some sweet spells next turn. Wow, they Ancestral and then they move to discard. Discarding Swords to Plowshare, Stoneforge Mystic. That's pretty crazy. Alrighty, and we lost the flip. So we're now losing to my opponent by 2. So just have a shitload of cards in hand. Not going to pay mana for Mana Vault. Oh, right, that was a... Okay, well, we'll flip the... If Thoughtcast gets resolved, or gets countered, well, oh, my opponent said not like this in chat. They probably have a Force of Will. At the same time, I think this is still worth going for. Let's just try to bury them before they are able to draw out of it. Have to imagine this would get Force of Willed here if they have it. Alright, it's not going to. So we can now Time Walk or Ponder or Dig Through Time. The thing is, if we want to Dig Through Time, we actually kind of have to do it now. I'm going to Ponder first. I think we're just looking for a Monastery Mentor. We have the Mental Misstep. Ask and you shall receive. That's my golden rule, isn't it? We're definitely going to keep all these on top. Let's draw... I guess it really doesn't matter. We're going to draw Opal and Preordain next turn. Wait, can I even Time Walk this turn? Oh, that's crazy. No shuffle. Oh, I might have put those back on the wrong order. Let's see. I will have extra mana here with which to do something with, so... My opponent could force this. They let Thoughtcast resolve, but yeah, I guess they could just force Monastery Mentor. That makes sense, too. Huh. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have tapped the Mana Vault then preemptively. Don't know if it'll be a huge deal. Now we really just want to find outcome. See if we can find outcome in the top 3. Means we could outcome next turn. No, but we can Ancestral next turn now. Alright, let's go ahead and take that extra turn then. So we're going to draw Opal and Ancestral next turn. Replay the top. It's Time Walk. We can't actually pay for Mana Vault here. Mindbreak Trap. Oh, that's not actually the worst thing in the world. They Mindbreak Trapped a card that was, I mean, technically going to draw us more than one card, but really only draw us one card. We don't actually lose that much here. As long as my opponent continues to make no plays, I think we'll be okay. I mean, my opponent pitched a Swords to Plowshares and a Stoneforge Mystic. The rest of their hand has kind of got to be gas. I'm just going to always yield to this. Alright, let's... I guess we can afford to look with top. And there's no reason to. Let's just draw with top. Maybe Monastery Mentor is the third card left, but even so, I think this is still okay. Is my opponent going to force our Mox Opal? Wow, well played. Okay. So they strand us with Ancestral and Ponder here. Good shit. I respect that. Alrighty. And they are hoping that these mana rocks do us in here. We'll call heads, win the flip, and let's draw and spin our top here. Okay. Alright, I am going to misstep their misstep here. And let's take a look. Alright, so we can... They don't have another misstep at this point, so let's just flip, put seed into play, and then we can even replay the top after that. Draw a card, Seed of the Synod, draw 3 cards. Now we finally have more cards in hand than our opponent here. And then let's play the top. I can untap Mana Vault now this turn. I also have 7 cards in the graveyard, so we can dig through time if we hit another blue source. What do we want to do? Do we want to just untap Mana Vault? Is that any good? We don't know what we're drawing. I'm going to go ahead... It's actually really close because... Nah, I'm going to cast my Preordain here. Let's just put these onto the stack. Do have to worry about my life total. If I lose the flip, I might untap. Now I'm at 10. Which is just 3 Mana Crypt flips away now. Nah, let's draw for turn first. I really want to Preordain into Monastery Mentor. That's the plan here. They're going to another Mental Misstep for us. Ooh, Snapcaster Mental Misstep. That's also going to pressure our life total. It is not bad. I am going to Mental Misstep their Mental Misstep here. Alrighty. Puts us down to 7. That's a pretty low life total. But all I need to do is find a Monastery Mentor. What does this gives us? This gives us Ancestral, but we don't have double blue. So let's go bottom this. This is really good if we hit Outcome. I guess we can already cast Outcome. Let's bottom this. Can't cast Outcome this turn, but we can cast it next turn. Let's take a look here with Mana Crypt. Alright, so we can flip, play Mox Sapphire off Thoughtcast, or play Thoughtcast off Mox Sapphire. So that's pretty good. We'll grab a Gataxian Probe and a Mentor for our troubles. We won't probably be able to play the Monastery Mentor this turn. We'd have to flip top and hit, like, Lotus or some shit, right? No, we're just going to spin top. I guess if we find Lotus, we should play Monastery Mentor. Okay, let's take a look. See if we can find Lotus. No, we've got a Flusterstorm, a Gataxian Probe, and a Brain Freeze. It's actually kind of terrible. I think we're going to play Monastery Mentor and dig through time. This Gataxian Probe's probably a dead card at this point. We really have to watch our life total now. I don't even think I can use this Gitaxian Probe. Alright, I'm going to take Flusterstorm. Oh, I can't even flip the top here. What did I took? I took a Flusterstorm? I can't afford to untap this Mana Volt here, right? Nah, it's only 1 damage. Alright, we won the flip, so that's pretty good. I don't think I can afford to flip my top here, though. Maybe I can. One second, guys. Alrighty, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna flip top here. Next turn, we will be paying for Mana Volt, because that'll buy us 1 extra Mana Crypt flip. Time Walk isn't at its best here. Yeah, so next turn we're paying for Mana Volt, and then we'll have 1 excess mana. I guess we'll Gitaxian Probe with that. Alright, let's take a look, see if we can find anything better, though. Like, a Moxen would be great. Outcome. Alright, well, now I can just return my Mana Volt to my hand and not have to worry about that taxing me. Sure. Now I don't have to pay my whole life points to untap it here. So let's just draw a top right now. And then in my upkeep, all right, we still do have to call this coin flip. We won. That is pretty good. All right, and then I'm going to pick up everything here. Not my mentor, though. Let's just pick up those 4. Paying 4 for it. So now we don't have to worry about that 1 point of damage. They're going to Spell Queller. Oh, I cannot Flusterstorm that. That's unfortunate. I cannot Flusterstorm that. What I can do is recast my top, but my opponent does have a flying threat in play. No. So now I have to untap my Mana Volt next turn. Oh, that Spell Queller is killer. Is that enough of a reason to put, is that enough of a reason to put Swords to Plowshares in the deck? They have Stoneforge Mystic, too. Alright, we swing for 7. We need to miss our Mana Crypt flipped, and then we need to spend our whole turn on Mana Volt. Yeah. What else can we do? Can we dig through time into... No, we can't, can we? All right, we have to dodge the Mana Crypt flip regardless here. Let's see what happens with Mana Crypt, because that'll save us some time. All right, we won the flip. So now we can spend 4 mana to pay for Mana Vault, and then I guess we're just going to Gitaxian Probe my opponent. And then just lose? Excuse me. No, like, I think we need to find Black Lotus here anyways. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to find Black Lotus here regardless. Or just anything. Wait, how close are we to lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 4 plus 4. Oh, 5 plus 4 plus 4 is lethal. Okay. So, we need to pay 4 for Mana Vault. Oh, and now we have 3 extra mana. Oh, shit, that's really good. Okay. I missed that part. Mana Vault was going to generate us mana. So let's draw Brain Freeze? Whatever. Let's play top and spin it. Hope we don't lose because that's Brain Freeze and not, whatchamacallit. But this is lethal right here. We play the top, we play the Brain Freeze. Let's take a look. See if we can find anything sweeter. Like any Moxen, we're going to take it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so this is lethal. My opponent might be doing the math right here, but this is... Right? 3 plus 3 is 9, plus 4 is 12, so... We're going to enter combat here. Storm count, not displayed. Okay. Smash for 13. And even if they block or swords this Mentor, which might be what they have. They might have had a swords that they were, like, hesitant to cast. So yeah, now I can misstep this, and that's going to grow my whole team even more. Now, I don't know if this is a bait from my opponent, if they now have something better to follow this up with. They've not yet declared blockers. They could, like, Snapcaster Mage Mental Misstep here. The Snapcaster Mage Mental Misstep, we are also, like, still gaining 3 life points. Which means we're not dead to Spell Queller. We won the match. There we go, boys. No luck's given. There's round 5. Paradox Mentor versus, I guess just blue-white Stoneblade. Blue-white mid-range. Very cool. That's it. That'll make us 3-2 here in the Modern Challenge. And I will see you guys for round 6.